Hello, good morning, good afternoon, hi. Oh my god, it's flipping boiling. It's so hot. I cannot take it. I know that the garden is kind of thriving because of it, so I'll accept it only from that perspective, but my god, it is so hot. So getting straight into it, I haven't made a video in a little while. Work's been crazy, life's been mad. But stuff's been happening, so some of my seedlings did take off. A lot of them did actually. Some of them didn't. These sweet peas were thriving. I've got 3 different pots of them, and these ones for some reason are struggling. This is what they looked like before. Now they're so crispy. I keep finding ladybirds on them, the orange ones. I don't know. But there's another pot of them also doing really quite poorly. And then there's another one that's doing really well. I'll show you what I picked from them literally just yesterday when it cooled down a fraction. I just love them so much. I think they're so beautiful, sweet peas. I don't find them that easy to grow. Loads of people have success. I don't know. I don't get it. I fertilised them the other day. I read that that's important. I don't know. I'm just making it happen sometimes, and sometimes it's not working, but every time you try and hope for the best, and so I'm going to keep on going because I love them. So hopefully I'll get more flowers off of at least the one that's doing well. And so here's a really weird mystery. So I had an episode, I think it was in May, I think it might have been May actually, where my greenhouse kind of got knocked over with all of my seedlings, and these tomatoes must have jumped out, and they're just huge, they're just growing, they're even bigger now. Like, wow, I don't get it. I really should plant some stuff into the floor, but I find it kind of challenging because I haven't exactly laid out my garden the way I want it. So for now, still pots are really the best for me. So I'll just show you through what's going on in these big pots. These weren't on the last video. These have been going now for about a month. I've got tomatoes, I've got basil, I've got this one lovely sunflower. I love sunflowers. I've got marigolds, aubergine, hopefully. Did I say basil? All different kinds of tomatoes. I have no idea which one's which because when the greenhouse blew over, all of my tags went everywhere. There's leeks there. There's one carrot that made it out of the collapse of the greenhouse blowing over. And onions. I think there's probably some onions in there somewhere. And these tomatoes have been absolutely delicious. I love them. I love growing stuff. This is just so much fun. So I keep sitting out here with either a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and just looking around, making all of these plans. And I suppose I'm only a couple of seasons in and there's still a lot of things that I want to do, but I'm learning slowly which plants like which area. And that corner, what I'm showing you now with the spider, that's quite shaded most of the time. So I've got all of these ideas. I keep like throwing them around in my head. And the fig tree is there because I forgot, just like last year, that it's prone to caterpillar. So it seems to be liking that area, and I kind of was doing a bit of a quarantine. So I didn't want any of those nasty bugs to go on the stuff that I'm about to show you soon. That viburnum got burnt in the sun, so now I must remember not to put that in the hotter side. But check out this area. The netted area has got blueberries, some beans, different kinds, cucumbers, and these plants are doing so well. To be honest, I love them so much, the blueberries, and I eat them every day. I probably should go and get another 4 plants, I reckon. But for now I'll stick with these because I still need to move things about. I just think they're fantastic, and I just love how I can watch them grow, and then the fruit is so delicious. And when I did buy them, I made sure to get ones which fruit at different times. I was really intentional about that because I just want them to fruit as early as possible and last as far as they can across the season until the very end. And these ones are really brilliant. So I must write down and add it to the video at some point which ones I've got and how they're fruiting, because they're fantastic. Side note, has anyone else got about 1 million spiders who's in England right now all over the garden? Because the webs and the size of the spiders, I mean, this one is mini, but wow, they are massive. I'm not going to complain because they don't really scare me or freak me out as much as snails and slugs, and they don't really seem to be eating anything, but my god, they can get a little bit annoying and a little bit scary, I suppose, when they're huge. So the things that we've got in here are kind of just hanging out. There's not really any rhyme or reason why they're in here, except it's kind of working for some things. The rocket's doing incredibly well. I had no idea when I made this video, filmed this clip at least, that kale there was being eaten alive by a caterpillar, and that's why I have white butterflies flapping around. That has now been destroyed, that plant, because it's completely destroyed anyway by them, but it's gone, so hopefully the caterpillar problem will go. My strawberries here, as you might have seen just then, the leaves have got loads of like holes in. I don't know who's eating them, but they're fruiting, so, and I can't find anything so far. I have no idea. This basil is pumping. I always tell people who want to listen to me go on about this stuff, plant basil from seed is so easy and it's so delicious. It's way nicer than anything you can get in the store, and you can preserve it as well, freeze it with olive oil. Chef's kiss, it's so good. Lots of areas across the UK right now are having hose pipe bans introduced. Luckily in this area where I am, this is not the case. I hope it won't become the case, and yesterday we had so much rain, and today as well, so it's still incredibly warm, especially for people who live here. This is not normal. It's very muggy, quite humid, and it just feels like we need a storm. It's weird, but sometimes you get lucky and there's a breeze. All that being said, luckily I'm still able to water, so that's what I'm doing here, and I'm just always thinking about what is growing, what's working, what's not working. I definitely don't really have the space to commit to things like brassica or pumpkin, unfortunately, or last year I tried melons. I don't really have the space for that, but I really enjoy growing the blueberries, some herbs like this basil. I really love growing tomatoes. I'm hoping that the aubergine and I've got some chilies going. Hope they'll take off. Things like the onions and the leeks, I'm really excited about those because we cook with them all the time. And I must this autumn plant some garlic. I must do it. I wish that I did it last year and I didn't. So thanks again for watching, and I hope everything's going great with you, and I hope it's not too hot, not too cold, wherever you are, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.